Welcome to this short session on how to change your limiting beliefs and values. To start with, let's get clear about two critical mistakes most people make. The first mistake is to believe the change management gurus who teach that there really is only one reliable way to change limiting beliefs. Their way, of course. The reality is there are many proven, successful ways in which limiting beliefs and values can be changed. The second mistake is to think that beliefs and values are words. The primary illusion many success gurus create is to lead us to believe that because they help us to put a label on something, we then have a handle on it. Calling something a belief doesn't mean that you've understood what it really is, or what it actually does. The words we use to describe our beliefs, values, and standards are abstractions. They help us to simplify and reduce our complex reality in order to make sense of it. But what are beliefs and values then? Beliefs and values seem to operate like software programs in our mind, serving as powerful perceptual filters which manage our interactions with our environment. There are many different types and hierarchical levels of values and beliefs which are linked up with each other in complex hierarchical clusters, networks, and entire belief systems. It's important to realize that our beliefs and values actively shape and define our reality. Our implicit, subconscious beliefs and programs are able to overrule our explicit, conscious counterparts. Often, if we can identify and change the most important and powerful implicit belief that rules an entire cluster of beliefs, we can create massive, lasting change in an instant. Creating or changing your beliefs, values, and standards at the explicit conscious level usually creates what we call evolutionary, incremental change. Many forms of therapy, leadership training, and business change management interventions operate primarily at this level. Your implicit beliefs are the fundamental software programs active in your subconscious mind which effectively determine and drive your behaviors. Any change you make here is bound to have a revolutionary, transformational effect. Let's look at some of the best belief change techniques we have used successfully in our executive coaching practice over the years. The first technique, developed and taught by neuroscientist Dr. Caroline Leaf, requires discipline to do a set of deep reflection exercises every day over a period of up to 2 months. This approach is highly effective in helping you to replace unhealthy, negative belief, thought, and habit patterns with positive, healthy ones. The only disadvantage of this approach is that it does require discipline, time, and a strong will to make the necessary changes happen. Robert Dilts' conversational change approach is highly effective in changing perceptual filters, including values, beliefs, and personal criteria, through the application of deep dialogue techniques. According to our experience, most of these techniques work best when applied by a highly skilled, experienced coach or therapist. A highly effective way of changing your beliefs and values is to associate and spend time with people who have already developed the qualities you wish to have too. This approach combines the power of association with a conversational change process based on neural entrainment, which many neuroscientists are finding to be highly effective in changing patterns of thought and behavior. It goes without saying that you need to be extra careful in selecting the right people to associate and spend time with. The next approach is often taught in self-help books, where we are told to set measurable, positive objectives, set a deadline, and take massive action. This approach actually works, But obviously, it also involves a lot of trial and error. The results are often hit and miss, and according to our experience, taking massive action often causes huge collateral damage too. Next, there are many belief change techniques based on mental training processes such as deep meditation, creative visualization, and subliminal methods of accessing and leveraging the power of the subconscious mind. If you believe in these techniques, they will work very effectively for you. If you don't, they probably won't. Many experts and specialists on this subject teach that changing beliefs and habits takes months and months of disciplined hard work. They may be technically and scientifically right, but quite frequently I have seen major belief changes happen in a split second. Like when my father-in-law, who had been a heavy smoker for most of his life and who had tried many times unsuccessfully to kick the habit, suddenly had a heart attack. And then another. The doctors told him that if he didn't kick the habit, he would most certainly die. He never touched another cigarette again during the following 30 years. Before the heart attack, kicking the habit was impossible. After the incident, the habit permanently disappeared overnight. Shock therapy works. But as I always tell my coaching clients, suffering is optional. And then there's the story of Einstein, who wrote the beam of light in one of his dreams, which gave him the inspiration for the revolutionary relativity theory he went on to develop. Moments of flow in which you allow yourself to become totally immersed in an activity without tying yourself up in knots with tangible goals, defined objectives, or urgent deadlines to be met, provide the fertile ground for such inspiring revolutionary insights and new beliefs to bubble up from your spirit. All of these techniques can and will help you to change your limiting beliefs. Some approaches will work quickly. Others may take longer. In the end, whatever approach you choose, it is the quality of your results that counts. In our coaching practice, we use a combination of these techniques to create quick, effective, sustainable change. With this approach, the pieces of the puzzle tend to fall into place. According to our experience, the best results are achieved if you're able to create a sense of total alignment between your explicit and implicit belief and value systems with a set of healthy, positive, emotionally charged objectives to maintain your focus. So how does this quick belief change process work? Check out our next video in this series to find out. Or try out the techniques and self-paced learning classes provided in our Elegant Success Academy website.